Today we're going nutty for coconut milk. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Anne, and along with my good friend Wayne, we run the Sussex Handmade Soap Company, which is a small bath and body business based in the southeast of the UK. And we also run this YouTube channel. And today the plan was to show you how we made our own coconut milk using just a shop bought coconut and water, so that we didn't have any preservatives or added sugars or anything that we might not necessarily want going into our soap. I say that was the plan because, as you will see from this video, things didn't quite turn out how we expected. This was our first time making the coconut milk, so we didn't quite know what to expect, but I thought I had a good idea of how it was going to go. I was wrong. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the comedians that do things like the play that goes wrong or when magic goes wrong, but this was basically when YouTube goes wrong. So to call it an educational video would be perhaps a little bit of a stretch, but hopefully it's going to give you a laugh and show you kind of how not to do things. Although I've got to say, at the end of the day, we did end up with some coconut milk, so it wasn't all bad. But it took a while to get there. So as I said, I would rather have had one of the kind of furry coconuts, but the shops did not have any of them. All we could find was this coconut here, so I am a little concerned we may not have enough meat, but we're going to crack it open and hope. So to crack it open, the first thing you're going to need is a screwdriver, somewhat similar to this. And then we are looking for the 3 holes in the coconut, the little face, the eyes and the nose. And we're going to bash through his nose with this screwdriver. So we're aiming for this bit here. Right. Let's hope it's not a shy one. So, just bashing through it. I've never really opened a coconut before because I'm not a fan of coconut. But that's easy. Okay, success. We are in. And now I am going to drain the coconut water out of the coconut and into this jug. Forgot the word for jug there.
Some high octane YouTubing.
I know, this is like high entertainment, isn't it? Whew. Okay, there must be more than that in there. Oh, my arms are getting tired now. Haha, I think we're there. We're all watered out. Fantastic. So I'm going to just pop this to the side for use later. So now we have extracted all of that coconut water. We want to get into the coconut to get that meaty flesh out. And I'm going to be using my screwdriver and possibly also this. I'm not good with a hammer, so this could easily go horribly wrong. They seem to have marked this coconut, probably because it was a posh one from Waitrose. You wouldn't get marking lines on the regular supermarkets. So I am just getting my screwdriver in there like that. Is that right?
Right.
We've got a little house for the coconut now. Brilliant, that's easier. Now just what? Smash it up?
Just give it a tap.
Oh, a tap.
But go round the line.
Yeah, I think you should be doing this, not me. You're the one that knows how to open a coconut. Well, it's not doing a lot. Should I just whack it with the hammer? Just like whack. You have a go.
There you go. Tropical bikini.
Oh, thanks. So, take them off now. I was scared you were going to splatter stuff in my eyes. So, easy as that. You just crack open your coconut. or you get a nice strong person. I was going to say man, but let's be, what's the word? Politically correct here. Get a nice strong person to do it for you if you don't know what you're doing. Now we need to get this coconut meat, and it does look like there is actually quite a nice amount of meat in there. And we need to add it into our jug, which I haven't shown you yet. We have got 500 millilitres of just boiled, well, it was boiled about 10 minutes ago, so hot water here. And I'm going to take the meat out of the coconut and pop it into our jug of hot water. How do I get the meat out? I don't know how to do that either.
Dunno.
Right, I have now equipped myself with a knife that may or may not be a suitable tool for the job. Can you tell I've never made coconut milk from a fresh coconut before? I think you can. I'm just going to try and just carefully score the coconut and try and get the milk out. Now, someone said about making triangles. I'm sure I read that you're meant to make triangles. Oh God, I do like my fingers. I hope they don't fall off.
Let's do that one.
Yeah, you can do that one while I'm doing this one. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Ooh, let's make our own coconut milk, she says. It'll be fun, she says. Nice and quick and easy, she says. Well, Wayne has clearly made a much better attempt than me at getting this coconut to come out. And now all I've got to do is pop it out of its shell. So after many minutes and the worst coconut opening demonstration in history, we finally have some coconut meat that has been released from the shell. And Wayne has convinced me that these little bits of what is apparently called mesocarp do not actually all need to be removed. I'm not convinced, but it was taking a long time to get them off, so I'm going to trust him and we're going to leave some of them on. Now we have got our food blender. I'm going to add in our still warm water, 500 millilitres. I'm going to add in our coconut meat, like so. And I'm also going to add in our reserved coconut water that we got out of that coconut earlier on. And now we are going to blend it all together until it is nice and combined, hopefully. And obviously this is going to take a little bit of time, if I can even get the lid on properly. Thank you. It's going to take a little bit of time and it's going to be a little bit noisy, so we will mute the sound or put it down quiet. Here we go. That lid ain't on properly. Oh, I couldn't stop it because I was trying to stop turning it up. My daughter...
Stop it!
I couldn't stop it. I went the wrong way. God, this is the most worst video ever. This is like a how not to do it video, not how to do it video. Right, let's try that again. Hopefully now the lid and bowl are actually on properly. Now it's not working at all.
Just needs to be locked in.
Stop splashing it out. This lid isn't connected on right.
Well, we could pour the water off and blend the coconut and then put the water in.
So clearly this video is very quickly turning from something that was meant to be educational and informative to something of a comedy sketch, but we're going to keep going because that's what we do. Clearly this is not working. It's spraying water everywhere. I do not know why. It doesn't normally do that. It's just decided to annoy me today. What we're going to do to try and combat that is just tip off some of the water, most of the water, and then we're going to try and blitz the coconut a little bit on its own so it kind of combines a bit, and then we're going to add the water back in and probably switch to the stick blender instead because I don't fancy being showered with coconut juice again today. So what's going to happen this time? Who knows? Let's turn it on and see.
I'm wondering if it was better to do the grater along the top.
So things are still not quite going to plan. Wayne has now suggested we put the grater attachment on and try and feed it through the grater. His opinion is that it's not blending well because the coconut itself is too spongy. My opinion is that we should have cut all of these little bits of brown off. So drop a comment in the comments box and let us know your thoughts. Which one of us would you agree with? Or neither, and it's just a case that the blender's broken. Kaput. Right, we're going to try and feed it through. We're going to see what happens. Wish us luck. So I've got to turn this on first.
You need to push the handle towards me.
Oh my god! It hasn't really grated it. I suppose it's a bit finer than it was. I don't know what to do now. So we established that grating it does not work especially well either. So we resorted to chopping, and Wayne has tried to chop up the coconut meat as much as he possibly could for me. And now, because I am a sucker for punishment, I'm going to transfer it back into the blender, and we're going to hope that maybe now it's smaller, we'll be able to incorporate that water a little bit better. Not holding out much hope, but see what happens. Right, what's going to happen next? So we have finally managed to get it to kind of blend a little bit without splashing up everywhere. Kind of a strange looking consistency, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna work with it and see what happens because I've invested this much time and effort. We're not gonna stop now. Let's get rid of that bit. So that is what it is looking like right now. We have got a muslin cloth now over a bowl. And I'm now going to tip this into here to try and filter out these coconut bits. And then hopefully we should be left with our coconut milk. The way today's going, that's not going to happen. I'm just curious to see what actually does happen next. Right, let's try and pour into here. Curious sort of brown colour, a little bit like chocolate milk, which I'm guessing is all of that shell. And now I'm going to gather the edges of my muslin into my hands, and then I'm going to lift it up and squeeze out as much of the liquid as I can. So given everything else that's gone wrong so far today, that part actually went surprisingly well, and we now have our homemade coconut milk here in our bowl. I'm just going to switch it into a jug just for aesthetics and to see how much we actually got. So we have got half a litre of our own coconut milk there, and that is just pure water and coconut meat, so there is no added sugars, no added preservatives, so hopefully that's going to work better in our soap. However, I will say that after doing this video and making our coconut milk, suddenly all of those additives and preservatives in those supermarket coconut milks don't seem quite as off-putting as they did before we started this video. If you decide that you are going to attempt to make your own coconut milk, goodness knows why, after watching this you can probably do it a heck of a lot better, then bear in mind that because it is fresh, it will spoil. There are no preservatives, so it's not going to last as well as a shop-bought one. So either use it straight away in a soap, and that will stop it from spoiling. Once it's in the soap, it's not going to spoil. Or freeze it if you want to use it at a later date. If you just leave it in the fridge, make sure you use it within a day or two, otherwise it will spoil and go off. Right, I think that is finally about everything for today. As I said, we are going to do another video on Patreon with making the coconut milk with desiccated coconuts. And I am really looking forward to that video after doing this one today. That should be fun. If you have enjoyed today's video, and hopefully we have managed to give you something to laugh at, if nothing else, then please do give us a like, leave a comment, and if you enjoy our channel in general or just want to see us messing things up again in future, then do hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos. Our video on Friday is actually going to be the coconut and lemongrass soap using this coconut milk, so hopefully you can join us then. And until then, I really must be going now.